Michener, with a BA in journalism and PR, is currently pursuing an MA in counseling, and she is a member of the American Counseling Association. Tara founded TMI LLC, a business that promotes diversity and inclusion through books, speaking engagements, and curriculum, with programs specialized for all ages. She's also the founder of BWBB, a networking group to promote and enhance and to secure contacts with professional women. Today she's here to speak about taking social action. Please welcome Tara Michener.
Giving the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. A lot of people remember that little clip from Maya Angelou. My speech is about perseverance, so I'll tell you a little bit about my life and how perseverance has played a big role in it. When I was 5 years old, my mom walked into my bedroom and she said, "Tara, we have to move. I just want to prepare you." Now, just so you understand, I loved where we lived. It was a nice neighborhood. We had a swimming pool. There was a lot of opportunities there. I had friends that I made that were close to me, and I lived there all my life. So I said, "Mom, I don't want to move." So I grabbed my piggy bank and said, "I can help." And she thought that was cute. And she said, "No, honey, we really have to move. That's not enough." And I said, "Well, where are we going to go?" And she hugged me, but she didn't answer the question. She didn't answer the question because she didn't know where we were going to go. You see, nobody did. The moving truck came. I said goodbye to my good friends. We got in the truck, and we went to a storage unit, and a lot of our belongings went into that unit. And then we had these large, hefty bags. They weren't the wimpy bags, they were the hefty bags. And a lot of our clothes went into there. And some of our toiletries and things of that nature. And we went to my grandmother's house, but we didn't stay there. We went to my dad's brother's house, my uncle's. We didn't stay there. We were there for a little while. So I began to get used to moving around all of the time, from place to place to place. Now the challenge for a 5 to 6 year old moving around a lot is big in itself. But the bigger challenge is when you move around a lot and you get a new bully in every neighborhood you move into. So that was tough for me. My parents told me that they had good news for me. We actually had a place that we were going to live now, and it would be more permanent. But my mom told her friends it was temporary, and I didn't understand why. I do now. We moved to the projects, and she didn't want people to think that she was investing in living there for the rest of her life, but she told us it was permanent because that was at least better than what we had before. I had my own room. We had a school that I would be able to go to all of the time. That school held a lot of bullies for me. That neighborhood held a lot of bullies for me. Now, all of us have challenges. All of us have these brick walls in front of us that we have to learn how to overcome. And I was fortunate in the fact that I was able to do that. But it took a while, and it wasn't easy. I think that one thing that we forget about when we think about opportunity is that perseverance is one of the biggest opportunities we have. But you can't get it if you don't go through the hard stuff. So I'll talk a little bit about that more in a minute. This is me now. I actually do a lot of speaking engagements and try to empower people about anti-bullying. And this is me at a recent conference this year at the Holocaust Museum. And there I'm actually telling people how to treat each other with kindness and to change the ways that we speak and we communicate. So there's a big gap between me being a 5 to 6 year old kid and me being that person, which will remain ageless now. So this is a little pictorial of me and my would-be husband, Jason. When we were dating, I was in college, and a lot of people thought that we did not belong together because he was white and I am not, if you can tell that from looking at me. They said that, what will you do with the kids? It won't work, it won't be good. So we were faced with a challenge and a decision to make. Do we let our flow chart give us an answer that ends up being a breakup? Do we allow that to happen? Is that the decision that we make? Do we take their advice? We could, but we'd both be sad, dejected, and a couple tears coming out. we make a different decision? Do we decide to take that brick wall and hop it and persevere? And if we decide to do that, what will come out of that? I can answer that. What came out of that was a book series called the Who I Am series that helps kids to feel good about who they are no matter who they are. And teaches parents to see beyond some of the prejudices that they've been taught and teach their kids acceptance. So that was our solution, and that's what we chose, and that's how we persevered. So I got a job after college. I was happy about that. I was always told that going to college was a big deal because only my grandmother had gone to college before. She was a teacher, so I was the first one in my immediate household that went to college and graduated. So I got this job, and it was the best job that anybody in my family had ever had, but I thought, is this what I want to do with my life? Do I want to sit behind a desk? Do I want to be in a cube? Not really. I didn't want to be in a box all of my life. I thought, I'll go old and gray and possibly bitter and be in this cube. No, I wanted something different. So I decided to make that happen. I didn't want to have the ball and chain take me over. So what did I do? I faced another brick wall. But I hopped it, even with these shoes on. I persevered. And we'll see where we ended up. I created my own business, TMI LLC, that actually helps kids to understand how to feel good about themselves, to have great self-esteem no matter what their income level is. We actually do a lot of anti-bullying work as far as creating curriculum and training organizations on diversity as well. So I told you I didn't have a lot of money when I was little, but I had dreams of it. They didn't come true. But what did come true, even though I thought it was good for me to be able to have this great car one day and go shopping all the time because we didn't have a car when I was younger and I didn't have great clothes, what did come true is I became a leader in serving. Martin Luther King Jr. said that those who are great are those who serve, so I was able to persevere and do that. So who did I serve? I served kids that were like me. Kids that couldn't afford new books. One girl told me that she's never been in a bookstore before. So we took her books and we autographed them. And Jason did an illustration workshop. He is my illustrator now. He illustrates all of my books, just so you know. And I was able to read to them and to give them their own books. And we do that with a lot of organizations that we've actually partnered with because I don't want to forget where I came from. One lady that gave me a check for an educational program when I was in high school said, I'm giving you this check because I want you to remember where you got it from so you can come back here one day and help, and I do. I think it's important, but perseverance builds that. Yes, I was bullied, I was beat, people cheered, they didn't help. And that wall actually helped me to get to where I'm at now so that I can do something to help. So I created Professionals Against Bullying, which is an organization where we have roundtables every month. And we get together and we solution share. We talk about best practices. We do things that will make a change and make a difference in people's lives. And I also have a book series that helps young adults to actually overcome bullying as well. So I think any challenge that we embrace is an opportunity to persevere. And it's hard at the time, but it's a good thing. So today in this room, there's a lot of people that might want to persevere through something. Maybe you've been bullied. Maybe you're having a hard time at work and you hate your cube like I hated mine. Maybe there's something that you want to do, but you're afraid because you might not have the help that you need. I'm here to tell you there's probably somebody in this room that can help you, and persevering is good because it strengthens our muscles and it helps us to be better. So I've done a lot of great work, but without other people helping me and without jumping those walls, I wouldn't be able to. Thank you for listening and continue to persevere.
Thank you, Tara. Skylar